Welcome back to Cybersecurity Unmasked, the deep dive from IT Biz Tech. I'm your host, ready again to unpack the digital world.
And I'm here too. Good to be back. Last time we were looking at that huge TELUS investment, weren't we? Big picture stuff.
Yeah, $70 billion.
Yeah.
Impacting infrastructure across the board. Very macro. But today we're zooming right in. We're going local, focusing on something vital for, well, really every small and mid-sized business owner listening, especially here in the GTA.
We are. We're talking about practical AI, artificial intelligence, but the kind you can actually use, the kind that delivers measurable results.
Right, not just the buzzwords.
Exactly. Our goal today, our mission, is really to cut through all that AI hype. We're all a bit tired of hearing about it in the abstract, I think.
Definitely.
So we want to look at the real-world actionable stuff. What are our clients, businesses in Toronto, Mississauga, Vaughan, what are they actually doing with AI? And how is it saving them time, making them money, and crucially protecting their business?
Okay, good. Let's jump right in there because honestly, one of the biggest hurdles we face talking to clients is this idea, this assumption that AI is only for the Googles of the world, massive corporations.
Right, that it's too complex or costs a fortune or you need a whole data science team.
Exactly. Or you have to rip everything out and start over.
Well, the reality on the ground, it just doesn't match that anymore. And the data, it's pretty compelling. Small businesses aren't just keeping up. In many ways, they're leading the adoption charge.
Lighting. Really?
Yeah. Look at the numbers we've seen. AI adoption among small and medium businesses, SMBs, it surged by 41% just between 2024 and 2025.
41% in 1 year.
It went from about 39% to 55% overall, so more than half are already using it in some capacity.
Okay, that's already surprising, 35%.
And it gets even more interesting. If you look specifically at companies with, say, 10 to 100 employees, a very common size for our clients, the adoption rate is now 68%.
Wow, 68%. That's not niche anymore, that's mainstream.
Absolutely. It's becoming table stakes. It's shifting from nice to have to, frankly, a competitive necessity.
But okay, let's talk results. The ROI. You mentioned some pretty staggering figures when we prepped for this. Returns like 250%, even up to 400%, and fast like within 6 months.
Yeah.
As a business owner listening, my first thought is, how? Does that mean I need some massive, expensive project first just to clean up my data or something?
That's the key question, right? And the answer, surprisingly often, is no. SMBs often see these high, fast returns because they might have less complex legacy systems. They're plugging a specific AI tool into a workflow that maybe had zero automation before.
So it's a bigger leap in efficiency from the starting point.
Precisely. And the data backs it up. 91% of SMBs using AI report, it boosts their revenue. The ROI calculation works because the investment, is often just a relatively low monthly subscription fee for a tool, while the return, is significant savings in human hours or new opportunities unlocked.
So you're fixing a really obvious, time-consuming problem rather than redesigning the whole engine.
You got it. And let's tackle that fear about jobs head on. People worry AI means replacing staff.
Yeah, that comes up a lot.
But the data shows the opposite for most small businesses. 82% of SMBs using AI actually increase their workforce.
Increased. How does that work?
Because the AI takes over the repetitive, the sort of mundane but necessary tasks. That frees up the human team, your valuable people, to focus on higher value work. Things like strategy, customer relationships, innovation, growth activities. It's augmentation, not replacement.
Okay, that makes sense. So where's the quickest win? Where do businesses usually start seeing these benefits? You mentioned reclaiming time.
Yeah, that's often the most immediate, tangible thing. And it frequently starts with, let's be honest, the biggest productivity black hole for many, the email inbox.
Oh, tell me about it, the email avalanche.
It's a known killer. Research shows the average knowledge worker spends something like 28% of their entire workday just managing email.
28%. That's more than a full day every single week.
Just sorting, reading, trying to find info in long threads, drafting replies. It's draining.
Totally unsustainable if you're trying to grow. So what's the practical AI fix we're seeing work for our clients right here at the GTA?
Well, it's often the AI that's now built into the platforms many businesses already pay for. Think Microsoft 365 Copilot
Yeah.
or the AI features in Google Workspace. These aren't just fancy spell checkers.
Right.
They can take, say, a 47-message email thread that sprawled over 3 days and summarize the key points and action items in literally 30 seconds.
Okay, that alone sounds amazing.
And then they can draft contextually relevant replies. You still review, you edit, you add your personal touch, but the bulk of the drafting is done. We saw this with an accounting firm client in Mississauga. They implemented Copilot, tracked the time carefully.
Wow.
They saved nearly 10 hours per week per person.
10 hours a week per person, just from email and related document stuff.
Just from that, think about that for a small team. If you have, say, 10 people, that's 100 hours a week recovered. That's like instantly gaining the productivity of 2 full-time employees without the overhead. That time goes straight back into client work, into billable hours.
That is a massive, measurable impact right there. Wow.
It's a genuine game changer for professional services.
Yeah.
And that same kind of efficiency boost, it applies to content creation too.
Right, because every business needs content now, blogs, social media, newsletters, but it takes time.
A lot of time. AI writing assistants, tools like Jasper or WriteSonic, or even the capabilities in Copilot, they can slash that writing time by 60, maybe 70%. They handle the initial research, the first draft, the basic structure.
We saw a great example of this with that digital marketing agency in Toronto, didn't we?
Absolutely. They totally shifted how their team worked. The human writers, the experts, they focused on the strategy, the unique insights, the final polished, the high-value parts. The AI did the heavy lifting on drafting and structuring.
And the result?
They tripled their content output with the exact same team size. And because that content drove leads, they could directly attribute a 500% ROI to their content marketing efforts, largely thanks to that AI assist.
Triple output, 500% ROI. That's efficiency turning directly into revenue.
Now, beyond these sort of generative AI tools, there's another layer, the silent multiplier, I sometimes call it, workflow automation.
You mean tools like Zapier or Make, things that connect different apps together?
Exactly. They act like digital duct tape, passing information between the systems you already use. The impact here is often less visible upfront, but it can be huge in eliminating manual data entry and repetitive tasks.
Got an example?
Sure. Think about a construction firm we work with out in Vaughan. Their project managers were drowning in admin, like 15 hours a week, just manually updating spreadsheets, copying data for invoices, chasing down approvals between different systems. It was pure drudgery.
15 hours a week just on admin.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. So we helped them implement some key automations using Make. It cut that specific admin time down from 15 hours to about 3 hours per week.
Okay, so that's 12 hours saved per manager per week. What did they do with that extra time? Sit around.
Huh. No, not at all. That time immediately got poured back into things that actually improve the business, more site visits, better quality control checks, more direct communication with clients.
Oh, so the save time improved the actual service.
Precisely. And they saw a direct result, a 34% jump in client satisfaction scores within 6 months, which led directly to new referral contracts. Saving time in one area boosted quality and revenue in another.
Okay, so we've saved time with AI, automated some workflows. What's next? Using that reclaimed brain power to make smarter decisions.
That's the next logical step. Using AI for analytics, turning all that data your business collects, sales data, operational data, customer data, into actual actionable strategy. This is something most small business owners know they should do, but realistically, who has time to manually sift through thousands of rows in a spreadsheet?
Nobody. It just sits there.
AI removes that barrier. Take inventory optimization, classic problem for retail. We worked with a really nice boutique shop, you know, the ones in Toronto's Distillery District. They were constantly wrestling with having too much of one thing, not enough of another, a real cash flow headache.
Yeah, dead stock kills small retail.
It does. So we helped them use a simple AI tool to analyze their past sales data. It didn't just look at what sold, but when and under what conditions. It found these really subtle patterns they'd completely missed, like certain high-margin items sold way better on days the weather app classified as rainy.
Seriously, rainy days. Yeah.
Seems weird, but the data was clear. Armed with insights like that, they adjusted their ordering and promotions. The result? They cut their overstock by 35%, freeing up cash, and increased sales of their key high-margin items by 28%.
That's profit pulled directly from data they already had, just unlocked by AI.
Exactly. And then there's predictive analytics, using AI to forecast, essentially. It sounds futuristic, but it's delivering real savings now.
Like a crystal ball that actually works.
Sort of. We saw this with a logistics company also up in Vaughan, managing a fleet of vehicles, fuel costs, maintenance, It's complex. They implemented AI analytics on their fleet tracking data, their GPS data, fuel consumption, maintenance logs.
What does it find?
The AI identified patterns that allowed for much better route optimization, predicted maintenance needs before they caused breakdowns, and highlighted excessive idling time. By acting on those AI-driven recommendations, they cut vehicle idle time by 23% and slashed their overall fuel costs by 22%.
22% fuel savings. For a logistics company, that's got to be huge.
It was. It translated to over $180,000 in documented savings in just the first year. Pure bottom line improvement.
Incredible. Okay, what about the customer side? Can AI help keep customers happier or stop them from leaving?
Absolutely. Customer intelligence and predicting churn, that's a massive area, especially for any business with recurring revenue like SaaS companies or subscription services.
Right. Keeping existing customers is way cheaper than finding new ones.
Way cheaper. We worked with a Toronto-based SaaS company. They used AI not just to see if users were logging in, but how they were using the platform. The AI analyzed engagement patterns.
And what did it uncover?
It found something really specific.
Yeah.
Customers who stopped using certain key features, even if they were still logging in occasionally, were 8 times more likely to churn, to cancel their subscription within the next 90 days.
8 times more likely. That's a huge warning sign.
A massive early warning. So the company set up automated, personalized outreach sequences triggered by that specific AI insight, trying to re-engage those users, offer help, show them value in those features.
Did it work?
Phenomenally well. They reduced their overall customer churn rate by 41% in just 6 months. That's retained revenue, improved lifetime value, a huge win directly attributable to AI insights.
Okay, these efficiency and analytics examples are powerful. But now we need to pivot to something absolutely critical, the core of what we do here at IT BizTech, cybersecurity. Because you can optimize everything, drive incredible growth, but if a cyber attack takes you down, wipes your data, or holds you ransom, well, none of that other stuff matters much, does it?
It's all for nothing. And the threat landscape for small businesses, it's frankly terrifying right now. Attacks targeting SMBs have shot up 150% just since 2020.
150%. Why is AI so essential for defense now? Isn't traditional antivirus enough?
Not against modern threats, unfortunately. Think about how traditional AV works. It's mostly signature-based.
Right.
It looks for known viruses, known malware threats we've already seen and cataloged.
Okay, like a wanted poster list.
Exactly. But the bad guys are constantly creating new threats, things nobody's ever seen before, zero-day attacks. Traditional AV is blind to those until it's too late. AI-powered security, platforms like CrowdStrike Falcon, which we often recommend and implement, works differently.
Just so.
It establishes a baseline of what's normal behavior on your specific network. For your specific users and devices, it learns the patterns. Then it looks for anomalies, deviations from that norm. A process trying to run from an unusual location. A user logging in at 3 a.m. from a different country. A file trying to encrypt other files. The AI flags that suspicious behavior in real time, even if the specific malware signature is brand new.
So it catches the unknown unknowns, not just the known bad guys.
That's the key advantage. It stops novel attacks before they can execute and cause damage.
And is there data on how much difference this makes in a real breach scenario?
Oh, yeah. IBM does a big report on breach costs every year. Their data shows companies using AI and automation extensively in their security posture reduce the average cost of a data breach by $1.8 million compared to those who didn't.
Wow. $1.8 million difference.
And they contained breaches 27% faster. In a ransomware attack, speed is everything. Every minute counts, literally.
It's like this concrete. You mentioned the Toronto accounting firm earlier, saving time with Copilot. Didn't they also have a security story? A before and after?
They did, unfortunately. It's a stark comparison. Before they partnered with us, before they had advanced AI security, they fell victim to a really sophisticated phishing attack. Someone clicked a link they shouldn't have.
What happened?
It was devastating. Ransomware encrypted their servers. The demand was $75,000 in Bitcoin. They refused to pay on principal, but the recovery was brutal. 3 solid weeks of operational downtime, lost productivity, massive recovery costs, and sadly, they lost clients over it. Reputational damage, too.
3 weeks down. For an accounting firm, that's catastrophic, especially during busy periods.
Absolutely paralyzing. So after they recovered, we worked with them to implement a robust AI-driven security solution, including CrowdStrike. Fast forward about 6 months, Another attack attempt, just as sophisticated, maybe even more so.
And this time,
This time, the AI detected the initial malicious activity within seconds. It automatically isolated the compromised laptop from the network, quarantined it, preventing any spread. The entire incident, from detection to full containment, was handled in under 10 minutes.
10 minutes compared to 3 weeks.
Exactly. Zero data loss, zero operational downtime beyond that one isolated machine being wiped and restored. Business continued as usual.
That is an incredible difference. What about the cost of that AI security solution compared to the, $75,000 ransom and weeks of lost business?
It's almost incomparable. The sophisticated AI security solution cost them roughly $50 per user per month.
$50 a month, a tiny, tiny fraction of the cost of just one successful breach.
It's the definition of cost avoidance. But, and this is critical, AI security isn't magic on its own. It has to be paired with strong employee cybersecurity awareness training and clear internal policies. The human element is still vital, which of course is something we integrate when we deploy these solutions for clients. Technology and training hand in hand.
Right. Okay, so for the business owner listening now who's thinking, all right, I'm convinced I need to explore this, but they're worried about making mistakes, wasting money, getting overwhelmed. How do we guide them? What's the smart way to start implementing AI based on what we see works?
Good question. The first step, always, is don't just chase the latest shiny AI toy. Start by auditing your workflows. Where are the biggest bottlenecks? Where does your team spend the most time on low-value, repetitive tasks?
Find the actual pain points first.
Exactly. Remember that Toronto marketing agency example? Part of their initial audit found their team was collectively spending 18 hours a week just manually resizing images for different social media platforms. 18 hours.
Wow. That's a specific measurable time sink.
Right. They solved that specific problem with a $29 a month subscription to an AI-powered image editing tool. Huge, immediate ROI on a focused problem. So, audit first.
Okay, audit done. Identified a bottleneck. What's step 2?
Start small and focused. Don't try to implement 5 different AI tools across the whole company at once. Pick one high-impact, relatively low-risk application from your audit. Maybe it's automated meeting transcription and summaries. Maybe it's basic data entry automation between 2 systems.
Pilot project territory.
Precisely. Run a pilot. Measure the results carefully, time saved, errors reduced, whatever the key metric is. Prove the value on a small scale first. This builds buy-in and confidence for tackling bigger projects later. Implement sequentially, not simultaneously.
Makes sense. Now, what about the big mistakes? The pitfalls to avoid? We see businesses stumble here sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. 2 huge ones come up constantly. First, data quality.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly that. AI is powerful, but it's only as good as the data you feed it. If your underlying data is messy, inconsistent, or just plain wrong, the AI's insights or automations will be useless, or even harmful. Remember the retail business struggling with inventory. Part of their initial problem was bad data, inconsistent product codes, inaccurate stock counts feeding the AI. You have to get your data house in order, at least for the specific process you're targeting.
Okay, data quality is non-negotiable. What's the second big mistake?
This one is critical, especially for any business handling sensitive information, client data, financial records, legal documents. It's using consumer-grade AI tools for business purposes.
You mean like using the free public version of ChatGPT for work stuff?
Exactly that, or similar free tools. We unfortunately encountered a situation with a small law firm. They were using a free public AI tool to summarize confidential client contracts to save time.
Oof, I can see where this is going.
Yeah. Huge potential breach of attorney-client privilege. Plus, and this is the kicker people don't realize, by inputting that confidential data, they were potentially training the public AI model with their client's private information. A massive compliance and security nightmare.
So the rule is?
Always use enterprise or business-grade versions of AI tools when dealing with any proprietary or confidential data. Platforms like Microsoft Copilot for Business, Google Workspace AI, or dedicated enterprise AI tools have the necessary security protocols, data privacy guarantees, and compliance certifications built in. Don't risk your business on free consumer tools for sensitive work.
That seems like incredibly important advice. Get the foundations right, workflow audit, Start small, clean data, use enterprise tools.
If you do that, the potential return is genuinely enormous. We've run conservative ROI projections for typical professional services firms implementing just a couple of these basic AI efficiencies. The numbers often show a payback period measured in months, and potential ROIs easily exceeding 900% within the first year.
900% ROI, that's compelling.
It is, and it leads to the final thought, really. The biggest risk with AI for most small businesses today, it isn't the technology itself.
What is it then?
The biggest risk is not using AI thoughtfully. It's the risk of falling behind. The competitive gap is widening fast. Your competitors, right here in the GTA, they're starting to use these tools to serve customers faster, operate more efficiently, analyze data better, and potentially even price their services more competitively because their costs are lower. The risk is being left behind.
That's a powerful closing thought. So to quickly recap for everyone listening, AI isn't just hype anymore. It's practical, it's proven for SMBs, and it's accessible right now. The key is to start, but start smart. Audit your processes, begin with a small, focused project, measure the results relentlessly, and always prioritize security and data privacy with enterprise tools.
Absolutely. And as the IT experts here at IT BizTech, this is exactly what we specialize in, helping businesses navigate this pragmatically. No hype, just secure, integrated AI implementation that delivers measurable results for your specific business.
So if you're running a small or mid-sized business in the greater Toronto area, and you're wondering, where can AI actually help my bottom line right now? Whether that's through efficiency gains or strengthening your cybersecurity, we can help you figure that out.
We offer a free operational assessment. We'll look at your workflows, your current tech stack, your security posture, and identify those high-impact, low-risk starting points for AI.
Let us help you find that competitive edge and implement these tools safely and effectively. You can reach out to IT BizTech for a consultation. We cover managed IT, cybersecurity, cloud consulting, and of course, pragmatic AI implementation. Give us a call directly.
The number is 416-342-1568. That's 416-342-1568.
Or you could visit the IT BizTech website. You'll find more details on our services, plus guides and case studies, some similar to what we discussed today.
Don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help you make sense of it all.
Indeed we are. All right, that brings us to the end of this deep dive. Thank you for tuning in. Join us next time on Cybersecurity Unmasked as we continue to unmask the complexities of the digital world.